Well, it's been a while. You can probably tell based on my sunburn that we are out of the cold and we are down in Florida. A lot of exciting things have been happening. We're moving out of the trailer, and so this is the current state of it. Just trying to fix up a few things. We're planning on selling the trailer because we have plans on what we're doing next, and we don't need a trailer for those. Camille is at work at Yo Taco. We've been working, a few days since being back, while juggling, handling our future endeavors, and also wrapping up our past endeavors like this one. So we're getting this cleaned up, ready to sell, and then it's a little sad, packing everything up. I'm so sweaty. It's as you can see, it's 90 degrees. Stay tuned. We knew while heading back to Florida that we were ready to get another boat, but this time we had our eyes on a sailboat. The plan was pretty simple: get back, sell the trailer, and keep searching for the right
big day.
But of course, things didn't go quite like that. Pretty much right after we listed the trailer, we came across a boat that we really fell for. One sea trial later, we struck a deal on what's now not just our new home, but also our next big chapter. And then, as quickly as we became new boat owners, we had to bounce out of Florida. Literally the same day we closed on the boat, we hit the road again for an almost month-long road trip. Why? Because we somehow planned 3 weddings in a 1-month period that were all up north on the East Coast. But since we were already on the road, we figured we might as well make the most of it and made time to see family and friends and go watch some of our favorite artists perform. We definitely were enjoying our time, but can't deny that we were itching to get back to Florida to sell the trailer and finally dive into some of the projects that we had planned on our new floating home. Alright, don't know how we're going to fit this in because a lot's happened since the last video, as in we've moved out of the trailer, moved on to a boat, and we haven't recorded any of that. One of the first problems that we had with this boat on our sea trial, the transmission cable, hi Pops.
Hello.
The transmission cable snapped up at the helm, so we have to replace it. It became more of an ordeal than we thought it was going to be just because of we'll show you, but some of the hardware that's up at the top that makes it difficult. But we've basically got it unattached already. We're about to try to snake it through.
We'll take the new cable through by the use of the old one.
It's got to make a lot of turns. It's got to go from here up under the bed, back through where the generator and the fuel tank are, up, forward towards, up through this little part, and then up in that little hole right here. So we'll see how it goes. We got it fed through by lifting that out and running it through. It was zip tied, that's why it was stopping.
Do you know what you're doing?
I have no clue what I'm doing. Does it look like I know what I'm doing?
I couldn't tell either.
Okay, so
You did it. So far, so good.
both of these cables feed into this plastic piece, so it's like 3 gaps with this space in the middle, and then a cotter pin that feeds through, so it holds both of these against the plastic, which then gets bolted to this so that it's not getting in the way of the chain. Basically given up on trying to feed the cotter pin all the way through, but we're going to try to take another piece of wire, make our own cotter pin, feed it through this side just to keep it stuck there, and I think it should work.
There's one part of it. Let me get the screwdriver to help push it down. Can't see if I'm going through any light.
It's all the way across.
Come on, is it
It's
really?
all the way across. It might even be close to going through the next hole. I have to get a flashlight.
Okay.
That was very impressive. Well done. So I can't tell you how long I've been working on it, but my guess would be
3 hours-ish, but we've got transmission. It started raining, so it kind of rushed us to get it done quicker. I didn't want to leave that open and water draining into it, but holy cow, what an upgrade. We are probably on one of our biggest projects yet. This would be the most important project, and let me go show you kind of what we're working with so you get an idea. This by itself might be clue enough as to what we're about to. Ignore the line, that's just there to hold stuff in place, but as you can see, we don't have a bimini up there. We also have no solar. Chase was so gracious to allow us to park not only Kevin's boat, but also our boat while we do some work. This had wind damage in Hurricane Ian, and it lost all of its solar panels, but everything else inside the boat wiring wise is still fine. We're pretty limited on the amount of panels that we can fit between the stays and on a bimini and size. There was a lot of things going into it when I was planning this out. This should be exciting. I have no idea what I'm doing. Should be fun. There she is. My plan is to have aluminum strut, basically. It would screw in or bolt in here all the way down. So one panel mounted twice, another panel twice, you know, that way. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. I really got to finish the bimini. I'm just getting ahead of myself. So I was able to find pictures of this boat from like 8 years ago when it had the original bimini and solar mounted to the top of it, because in my mind I was like, if it was strong enough for solar then, it'll be strong enough for solar now. So I just kind of have been replicating it, but a couple pieces were missing. I have two like 3 to 4 foot pieces that are going to go straight up on the back. It'll allow it to lay down and lay even so that those 2 aluminum pieces over there can hopefully lay on top, with the 3 solar panels sitting on top of it. But yeah, unfortunately, all I have is this copper pipe cutter. I don't know if I knew how much stronger stainless was than copper. I now do. I feel like we've got to be getting close.
So we gotta...
I've already explained it to him.
Copper is strong.
Steel is stronger.
Grr. What do you think?
It's helping. After an undetermined amount of time between yesterday and today, I have turned 1 piece into 2 pieces. Success. Now we start the next one. I didn't make much progress on the solar today because copper cutter on steel is not working, but
Not working well, it's working.
yeah, we've got one cut, about like 1/8 of the way to the second cut, a long way to go. But this makes me more excited than I ever thought a battery would. 2 of these. Maybe tomorrow we will try to hook up the new batteries. That should be pretty easy. It's just the finishing the solar is gonna require some structural engineering that I am not capable of, but no.
Am I the one who's capable of that?
No, neither of us are, but I'm gonna take a crack at it.
See how it goes. Stay tuned!
Save me. It fits. That's at least like the first thing. I was thinking about already how I could add more and expand, but I don't think that's going to be possible here.
Hey, really quick, can you explain what you have done and what you have left to do?
Yeah. We hooked up the charge controller over there. See, there's a light on.
Yay.
I haven't read what it says, but at least there's a light on. This is the wire that's ran from the battery to the charge controller. We've ran the wire through. Today I spliced on this inline fuse, and then now when I hooked these batteries up, I just kind of copied exactly how the batteries were when we bought it. And I don't know what all of these do. I don't know what they go to. It's such a cluster, I haven't been able to completely trace them back. So I just put them on as they were on the other batteries, but I don't like all these extra connections on the terminal. So we're gonna hook up this bus bar somewhere in here, and then I can take all of these loose positive connections onto that and tidy it up. And then we'll hook the solar panels up. We're almost there.
Just as we were finally wrapping up our solar and battery project, the Gulf decided to remind us who's boss. The first storm of the season, Hurricane Debby, was supposed to be nothing more than 40-mile-per-hour gusts and some rain, but like most things out here, it didn't stick to the plan.
Well, it's a little bit more intense than we originally thought it was going to be. When we saw that it started to flood, we pulled the trailers out to make sure they didn't get flooded. Yeah, the water was just coming in hot, and then the wind came in hot. Pretty sure our jib is completely shredded. Dad's had our bimini covers gone. So it's a little intense here. Trevor pulled out the trailer, and yeah, the parking lot's like thigh deep, so me and the girls are chilling, holding down the fort. This was the latest break. But the good thing is all of the wine bottles fell and none of them broke. So we got it.
Go sailing!
We're going sailing. Oh yeah, that's a good little rip. Damn it, Debby! What happened today?
We almost finished the solar.
We are using the sun to make power now, which I say
The
is
solar
success.
is hooked up. It just has to be mounted on the Bimini, but all of it works.
What is it producing right now?
It's producing like 170 watts. I gotta go to the store, get some hardware, and then should be able to mount it.
Mounting the solar panel.
Huge
It's been
day.
like a month and a half project, slowly going together.
We haven't recorded much of anything at all because we have been preparing, but we're out here in the mooring field. There's Papa Bear. Prepping for Hurricane Helene. We got the solar panels that we just completed.
But they do come down pretty easily, that's good.
Yeah, everything else is pretty much off the deck.
That guy like from
Hey!
Go flip.
What are you doing? Oh!
Oh my.
I kind of had a feeling he was gonna do something like that.
Tide is a little wonky right now. Like all the boats at one point were facing a different direction, but we've got maybe overkill. We got 4 lines on there. And yeah, ball. Lucky number 11. Come on, baby. Almost 70 years old after a hip replacement. had us on our toes, but luckily we got back to the dock with little to no damage. Not so long after, we got lucky again. We finally sold the trailer. We hit the road one last time to deliver it to the new owners in the middle of the state, kind of a farewell to land life before diving headfirst back into the boat life. Well, the trailer is sold, the trailer is delivered, and we're on the hunt for a very important stop. Yep, there it is. There's one place, and one place only, that we can have a celebratory dinner in honor of the trailer. And that is the motherland. We have returned to the Crackle Barrel.
Crackle. The crackle.
While we were still catching our breath, Hurricane Milton showed up on the radar, and it was looking worse than the last two. We were a little less keen on staying on the boat this go-around, so we played it safe, packed up, dropped Callie and Junie off with their parents, and booked it to Puerto Rico for a little escape while keeping our fingers crossed.
This is a sad moment. We're getting off the boat. Again, another hurricane storm coming.
We are hoping for the best, but we are preparing for the worst because this is Mother Nature's world and we're just living in it. And we're doing the best we can. So it is what it is.
We got pretty much, I mean, I know that looks like there's still a lot on the boat, but really there is not. A lot of stuff, pretty much everything off the boat.
Important possessions.
And now, off to Puerto Rico.
Be good to her, Mountain. Be good.
Say good morning, give a little shout out here for your last day in San Juan or Puerto Rico, wherever you are. This is Captain Kevin. No, I'm sorry, this is First Mate Kevin. That's the freaking captain. Looking forward to seeing you guys Saturday. Love you both. Hurry home.